Hello, hello. Today we're doing a few different reviews. We've got 3 new flavors. One is Ben & Jerry's Dulce De-lish. The other is Jeni's Double Dough. And the last one is Jeni's Sweet Cream. These were all found at Harris Teeter. We've got descriptions for all. We're going to start with Ben & Jerry's Sundae. This is Dulce De-lish. This is a salted caramel ice cream with pecan toffee pieces and caramel swirls, topped with caramel swirled whipped topping and sea salt fudge chunks. But we're about to have my very first complaint. As you all know, I cannot get in to this Ben & Jerry's pint. They, I guess to save money, stopped creating those little pieces that have a ridged edge. And for that reason, it's incredibly challenging to get into this pint. I'm trying a lot here, pushing my spoon down on the plastic, and you'll see just how challenging it is. We finally got that one. I like it to be easier to get into my pints. All right, so here we go. The appearance, you can see that, I suppose it's a whipped topping right there. Then you can see the pieces that are chocolate. Those are sea salt fudge chunks. So we're gonna dive in. Strong chocolate scent. And I am putting my spoon really far down so that I can maybe get some of that ice cream with my whipped topping. I'm immediately noticing the pecans. Of course, I'm tasting the strong chocolate flavors and the caramel. The pecans fall into the background after a couple of bites here, and it's really a chocolate forward ice cream. So I'm getting that vanilla base. It is pretty plain, vanilla, pretty plain base. And that's the appearance. So we're gonna move right along. This is a Jeni's flavor, Double Dough. It is returning. I saw it last summer, sampled it at a scoop shop, didn't love it. We're gonna try it again for the channel. I believe it is its 2nd year out. The description, chocolate chip cookie dough swirled into a buttery brown sugar custard. There's a lot of a description on this one. Oh, and we forgot to read our description before we move on. There's a description here for this Ben & Jerry's. Here's our sweet take on Dulce de leche as a sundae, packed with pecan toffee, careening caramel swirls, and a layer of caramel whipped topping. What else? Sorry about that. Bit of an interruption. So, with this pint, we were gonna rate it. I would give it a 5 out of 10. I just don't like the sundae style. It's not really my preferred option. I like my mix-ins in the ice cream. So, back to the Double Dough. We're gonna read its description. Made to taste exactly like rich and buttery cookie dough. The kind that's fluffy with creamed butter and brown sugar, lightly kissed with vanilla, and crunchy with semi-sweet chocolate chips. It took countless taste tests, tweaks, and adjustments to get our ultra creamy brown sugar custard with caramelized depth just right, until this flavor wasn't just delicious, but blue ribbon at the state fair perfect. Well, really talked this one up. It says flavor is everything. Very simple description. All right, take 3, I suppose. We're diving into this Double Dough. See what it's like. And that is the appearance. There's a very tan color that is for the brown sugar custard. So that's what that color comes from. And then I actually don't see many of the chocolate chip cookie dough bites. A little bit right there. Let's take a look. Very faint buttery scent, and I don't taste or smell much else. Mm. Wow. Mm-hmm. It's very creamy, it's subtle, and it's buttery. Salty. Is lighter than expected. The brown sugar flavor is really subtle. And I've yet to get cookie dough. This is disappointing to me that there's not much cookie dough. Here's a piece I had to dig way down. Wow. You know, I'm kind of disappointed by this one. All right, last interruption to take my dog out. Okay, so for the rating, I'm only going to give this a 5 out of 10, and I really hesitate to give Jeni such a low score. It's my favorite ice cream. But this just does not taste like cookie dough. The base is too subtle. There's not much cookie dough. Very disappointing. We're going to go to our last pint here. Fresh dairy sweetened with just enough cane sugar, minimal and beautiful, like frozen whipped cream. This is their sweet cream. The simplest flavors are often the finest. The proof is in this ice cream. The foundation of everything we do. It's a blend of milk, cream, and sugar, so you can taste the flavor and nuance of the amazing dairy that we use. And with a beautiful scoopable body, our sweet cream is like the best ever frozen whipped cream. Wonderful, stirred into a cup of hot black coffee or slowly melted into the nooks and crannies of a tart cherry pie. So this is going to be a very basic one. Very subtle smell there. Smells like milk, really. So it's going to be pretty plain. That is rich. Wow. That is so creamy. It reminds me almost of an ice dream from Chick-fil-A, but without the vanilla flavor. Wow. This is really good. This really shines. It is so simple. You could add whatever you want to this one. I think it's delicious. It is subtle, but so tasty. An 8 out of 10 for this. I like how it's an empty palette. You can fill it however you want. So these are the 3 I'm going to try today. Let me know if you've tried any of them and what you think.